Hi there, I'm Mike Dixon. This is Joker Tech coming at you, and want to just go over a few things real quick, a little quick recap on what was going on here. We are covering everything about having your cell phone, from what is Wi-Fi and a data plan, what is a SIM card. And real quick, again, the whole thing is when you're at your home, you're on your home Wi-Fi. Hopefully you're connected to your home Wi-Fi. And then when you leave, this is the line, you leave your home, you're switching to your data plan. What's a SIM card? A SIM card does exactly what it is. It helps you connect to to whoever your carriers. I have the major three on the postpaid side: talk, text, and data plan. Okay, most data plans are unlimited, but you can get ones that using 4 or 5 gigs of data. And using gigs of data is a unit of measure on how much data you're using. When you're outside when you're outside your Wi-Fi on your data plan, you're using your data. In turn, when you watch YouTube and play video games or play that game from Facebook or whatever, you're using data. So what I want to cover is I want to try and help people out to save money on their plans. So I'm going to list the big three. Oh, yeah. There we go. AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile, which I call T-Mo. Those are the big three. If you are making a monthly, you get a bill in the mail, or however they send you your bill for these, okay, you are on a post-paid plan. So every month you get basically all your telling you. Oh, that's the other thing. Take a minute and look at your bill. Look at the charges that are on there. Question anything that don't make sense, because I know for a fact that I dealt with Verizon in the past, and I want to just mention, like my wife's cousin, just like a year ago, she was paying like $83 for a plan that gave her, I think, like 3 to 4 gigs of data. Okay? And that's ridiculous, $83. I showed her a plan that will give her, she'll get the same amount of gigs, because reviewing her plan, she used about 3 gigs of data, and she was spending $15 a month. And we'll cover that, okay? And in a later video. But question your bill. Look at your bill and understand what each one refers to. These particular three also wholesale their services. That's prepaid. Some of us might call it as MVNO. And you have to pardon me, I had to, I could never remember the lingo, but there it is. Multiple virtual network operator. And basically in Google's definition here, the acronym stands for mobile virtual network. These telecommunications service providers are called virtual as they do not own their own radio spectrum. They're one and the same, okay? They are buying in bulk from these operators, okay? So when you sit down, you see on TV maybe Cricket or Metro, and notice it says by T-Mobile, because they own them. All right, you don't see anything from Verizon, but I'll show you I'll try and show you in the videos who are MVNO prepaid services. Even Verizon has their own prepaid service that they don't really push at all. So Cricket is a prepaid or an MVNO. Metro by T-Mobile is also the same. Okay, and what you do is you are under no obligation, no contract. Okay, you are paying month by month. Now you don't pay on a date your service is turned off, unlike a postpaid service. You don't pay the day of, you got a little time. You got a little wiggle room, okay, before these services are turned off. All right. But now the biggest two, the difference between the two is you can finance a phone through these. You can finance, you want to go in and you're going to pay, for an average phone, you're roughly, and I'm talking about the high-end phones. To me, a high-end phone is about $40 a month, plus the service that you're paying for per line. Okay, now they might discount a one line I know right now on one service is $85. $85 for one line of service. Now, of course, if you get 4 lines, that's where you see the price goes down. It could be like this 85 one. It could be for 4 lines, $45 to $50 per line. Now, if you get a phone at $40 a pop and $45 a pop per line for a family, let's say a family of 4 phones at $40 each, and 4 lines at, we'll call it at $85, you're really, you're back to $85 here, okay, per line. The deal with prepaid is there's no contract. You're under obligation for 2 years or more to fulfill. You break the contract, you have to pay the phone up front. So if that $40 phone is about a $1,000 phone, you got to pay off the difference. So if you're going a year into it, you might owe, it could, I'm just throwing a number out there, you could still owe $800 to $700. You got to cough up because you're breaking your contract. Here, there's no contract. There's no agreement. These and other ones I will mention is you pay it month to month. You don't want it. If your bills, if your cycle ends on today, the 8th, August 8th, and August the 9th, when you wake up tomorrow morning, you have no service. Okay? And then you got barely a few days to pay the bill to get your service, or you will lose your phone number. But if you're already making monthly payments easily on these 3, and you have no problems, save yourself some money. You're going to pay your bill and go with one of these. I'm a big fan of prepaid. Now, getting back to the phone part, you pay for your phone, and it's called an unlocked phone. And the next video I'm going to talk about is about unlocked phones and what you gotta do to get an unlocked phone. Here, like I said, you have financing through the carriers. Here, if you got the cash to pay for a $1,000 phone, then go ahead and get it. But I'm going to talk about some other phones that for people who don't need that phone, don't need a $1,000 phone. I have a phone sitting over here that I paid $150 for. I paid $150. Service, it's going to cost me $20 a month. That's using the Verizon network version, I don't know, $20 a month. I'm financing this phone presently at, I think it's $12.50 a month. But I'm going to pay that off because I sold the phone. But they offered a finance company for $12.50 a month, okay, at $20 a month of service. So if I quickly do the math right now, that is $32.50 for phone service and a phone per month. Mind you, I am at a family of 4 here at $45 for the service and $40 for the phone. Brings you $85. $32.50 versus $85. Now granted, that's a $1,000 phone, it's a flagship, it's top tier. But even at that, you can get that same flagship phone probably for about $40 a month through financing or your credit card, if you're using your credit card. I talked enough, this video is long enough. I'm going to move on to the next one. I'm Mike Dixon, Joker Tech. I'll catch you later.